Life's drowned too deep, no strength to fight. 물결 속을 헤매고 있어.
Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm TarotOracle and I do the readings. What is going on? Bartman, welcome. Sarah, KSW, Bethany, MM, Sunshiny Day, Diane. Who else? Lady, welcome. Crystal, Tiny Trinkets, and Tarot and such. How is everybody doing tonight? We got the Tarot of the Divine Masculine tonight. So this is a great deck. I really like this. Just did a 4K flip through. We're going to be using that tonight. I am pretty excited. KD, welcome. Amy, Amanda, what is up? Everybody's here. What's going on? It's Saturday night. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. Tiffany, thank you for your donation. Karen as well. I appreciate that. All right. So let's do some donations. We got Tiffany. Can you tell me my spirit guides' names? Yeah, that is very specific. That is very specific. But we're going to try with the Tarot, the Divine Masculine, and go ahead and break this out tonight and see if we can come up with some names. That is pretty interesting. All right. Not sure how to divine names. I know the Thoth has letters in it, so you can sort of divine some names through that, but we're going to try to divine some names through here. All right. Let's see. What do we got going on there? Oh, let's see. Not sure how to do names. Tiffany, we'll try to get some names. I don't know. What do we got? The Five of Cups, the World, the Fool, and the Knight of Wands. I don't think we can do names. I mean, I don't see anything specifically that points out names. I do see the World. We have a sort of a worldly type of field where we have an expansion. Definitely somebody who came to a bitter end, or somebody who came to a bitter end, somebody who had some challenges. They were able to work through the challenges. I don't think they were too bad of a challenge, but they were able to work through that. And the ending was beneficial to everybody. So the World does have that feel of it's beneficial to everybody. It feels like it's going to be beneficial and whatnot. MM, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. CFK, what is going on? Boo Boo, welcome. Tiffany and Jessica, Sunshiny Day, what is up? But yeah, the other thing we have is the Five of Cups. There is some disappointment involved. There is some feeling of that maybe this is not going to be the best solution for everybody. The Five of Cups. Tammy, welcome. KD, thank you for your donation. But yeah, the Five of Cups as well says there are some difficulties. Now, we do have a good end. It seems we have a difficulty on the next one. It's almost like the spirit guide may have been coming back from something, And during the exposure or during sort of where they were at, they had some difficulty with it. So the Five of Cups said they had some difficulty sort of coming back and sneaking back in. The Fool says they are ready for an adventure. We have sort of that expansion again, the expansion with the world being the end. We sort of redid it or had the new opportunity and whatnot. And as we did that, we moved into a bigger expansion and things like that. And then the Knight of Wands, where we're just sort of moving across. Interesting Knight of Wands. It's like we're sort of making the journey, but we do have some things dragging us down, literally dragging us down. Midnight Meditations, welcome. How you doing tonight? Tiny Trinkets and Tarot, welcome as well. So we do have that Knight of Wands where we're moving, but we're sort of dragged down. We have extra things to keep up, keep going and whatnot. But so that's the feelings that we get here. That's the feelings that we get here. So I don't know. I don't see any like actual names, like letters or anything like that. I just see sort of just a divine feel with a divine masculine there. There you go. All right. Who is next? We got Karen. Will Josh and I end up in a relationship? Let's do that by going to the Tarot Tower. The Tarot Tower says that my deck would be a good one. My deck would be a half decent one for this. By the way, I will be reprinting this. Turns out that I can just email them and they still have it on their computer and they can crank me out another 250 copies. So I think I'll be doing that. Another 250 copies of this beautiful deck, and I will have it ready just for you. And the second time around on Kickstarter, I think I'm going to do a cloth. So I'm actually going to do a cloth, sort of get a little bit of cloth action there with some watercolor and whatnot, looking pretty decent for that, all right? There you go. All right, lower the brightness. There you go. That's blowing it out. A little too bright there. All right. Looking for a relationship. We do have some good news with the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is Mr. Romance. It does point to some good things happening, some things moving along. So if you're looking for a good relationship, if you're looking for love and whatnot, Knight of Cups does say that we have Mr. Romance. We have a lot of opportunities. And there's sort of a feeling that this is something special, right? This is something that could be a little bit better. This is something that could turn out well for everybody. It just feels like that good stuff is coming with that Knight of Cups. And of course, Mr. Romance, it feels like that Josh is willing to sort of go out there, to open themselves up, to figure out how they're going to do it, and to sort of, take that risk. Because a lot of times relationships are literally risky. And I think Josh is willing to take that risk and to go forth with that. Now, the Queen of Cups says, or the Queen of Swords says there's somebody else in the deal. There's somebody else sort of spoiling the soup, as it were. The Queen of Swords is a bit of a spoiled person, somebody who's going to be mean, somebody who's going to come in and sort of try to disrupt things. So it feels like we have that disruption energy where there's something or somebody else involved here, and you have to sort of deal with that as it goes, right? The Queen of Cups, as part of this Queen combo, says, I think you can be able to deal with that. It's going to be something that they are emotional about, but overall, I think you're going to be able to sort of get through that and get to the next stage and whatnot. Seven of Pentacles says, overall, I think that Josh and you will not only be in a relationship, but it's a good investment of your time. Because a lot of times we don't know if somebody's going to be good or bad, so we just kind of hope for the best. But I think in this particular case, they are going to be worthwhile for you. Worthwhile for you. All right. We have MM having more conversations. MM is having more conversations. Michael Jackson, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate you. All right. I mean, let's see. What do we got going on next? I think we're going to do the Dark Mansion Tarot. So what did S think about all of these conversations? MM is having a big conversation every night. Every night, it seems. MM, what is happening over there? What is going on? You're having all sorts of convos. One convo after the next convo. I'm just saying, you never know what's going on over there. All right. I mean, let's try it out. Let's get it on. Let's see what is going to happen with that. As far as the conversation goes, the Queen of Swords is right there here again. The conversation seems to be completely unnecessary. It just feels like this is not something that was necessary. It could have been skipped. It could have been moved. Not something that you just sort of rely upon. You know what I mean? I mean, you could have skipped it, basically. That convo, the Queen of Swords says, yeah, you could have skipped it very well, could have done that indeed. Lover says that, I mean, overall, they're going to be pretty receptive to it. Crystal, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Overall, they're going to be pretty receptive to more conversations, but you just have to sort of ease up with it. You have to chill out with it. One of those things. Page of Pentacles says these type of conversations are really sort of breaking the foundation up a little bit, putting a little bit of a jackhammer on the house foundation. Not really, it's going to be something that overall is going to be hugely beneficial for everybody. But if there's something that's going to be important for you, then go ahead and get it done, right? I mean, that's going to be one of the main things here. If it's important for you, get it done. If it's going to be one of those deals, then do it. Anyway, overall, the Four of Cups says these conversations do kind of seem unnecessary. They do kind of head in directions that really don't need to be headed into. But overall, if this is something that you absolutely need, then, you do you. You do you and let them do them. All right, there you go. All right, Crystal, thank you again for your donation. We got Soul Moon's Rising Tarot, Carolina on my mind, and everybody's here. Stacy, what's up? Carolina, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you so much. All right, who do we got next? We got next is going to be KD. Next 5 days for the Revival Art Tarot, and that is located way over here. Revival Art is where it is at. By the way, if you're new here, this is my tarot tower. It is a double tarot tower. I hope you like it because that is a lot of tower. That's a lot of beef. That is a lot of beef over there. Tarot tower. If you're wondering how to make this, by the way, you can make your own. It only costs you $20 and it takes about 2 hours, and complete instructions on my page. That, my friends, is why you need to hit like and sub, because I give you all this free stuff. I mean, I give you the free tarot tower. I give you the free application that you can use on your own stream. I do tutorials. We got unboxings. I buy a lot of tarot decks. So if you want to see the latest, if you want to see the cutting edge, all of the good stuff, we got 2 books coming tomorrow. We're going to do unboxing of that tomorrow. We got a lot of stuff on here. So hang on, stay tuned, and hit that button. I greatly appreciate all of y'all. All right. So let's see about that. Next 5 days of forecast. I mean, the 5 of Cups, it does say the 5 days is not going to be the best 5 days as far as emotions go. I think it's going to be sort of teetering on good and bad emotions. It just feels like a lot of good, a lot of bad. It's sort of mixing in, blending in. And like after a while, it just feels like, that's not, something that's going to be beneficial to everybody. Let's see, what is it? Jessica, what's the content on the Patreon? Patreon has 25 hours of art instruction. I'm going to teach you how to draw realistic animals in 25 hours worth of art instruction. It's got free, all my books are free. PDF books. I got a Lenormand deck that you can print out over there. And I got a ton of handouts and stuff like that. So it's usually good content. Anyway, it's not going to be that big of emotional. You have that mix of emotions that you just want to deal with that. I think the Knight of Coins says mainly that's because of a new structure being built. It feels like a new house is being built right there on top of the foundation that you already have. And you're not sure how to sort of deal with that. It could be good. It could be bad. I mean, you do have that sort of that mix in there. But the Knight of Coins says you're trying to build something new. I'm not insinuating that the tower, everything fell down. It just feels like next 5 days, you're going to be trying to start building something new. And the Seven of Swords as well is a pretty good one here, because it sort of says that we're getting things done pretty well. I mean, we're getting that movement. We have to abandon some things. We have to maybe, sort of move on. Of course, if we're building something new, we may have to abandon some things and have some expectations about how we're going to do it, how we're going to be at the end of it. But overall, I think that Seven of Swords is sort of escaping things and sort of an escapism in the next 5 days that you're sort of going to feel you're going to want to do that, because we're sort of in that mix again. We're building something new. We need help. We need to find out how we're going to do it. And there's a lot of unknowns there's a lot of unknowns in the next 5 days. They're going to sort of build up into that mix, right? The Star Tarot, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate you. All right, we got quite the queue. By the way, if you're in the queue, it is a little bit long tonight. We are here and we got these people to go, which is not too bad. I mean, many times we'll be in the queue up here and still have to go through all of this stuff, but and not too bad at all. Austin, welcome. How you doing? Good to see you. Austin, you need to send me some pictures of your deck. I need to see pictures of your deck. Your deck, D-E-C-K, your deck. Anyway, yeah, send me some pictures. You talked about that you were working on that. I want to see that. All right, let's go for a different tarot tonight. Let's do some cats. Everybody loves cats. Meow. Grimalkin Tarot, one of the best decks ever. That is going to be where it is at. Oh my, this kitty wants some attention, wants some loving. The kitty wants some lovins. We are going to give the kitty some lovins with Michael Jackson on the queue. Michael Jackson had to block somebody. Oh my, Michael Jackson. You had to block them. You had to get rid of them. Sometimes you got to go. Sometimes they got to go. You know what I mean? It just happens that way. All right. How do they feel about being blocked? Well, okay. Well, Mike, first off, nobody likes to be blocked, unless you were trying to purposefully do that kind of thing. But I mean, nobody really likes to be blocked. And you do have the sun. They do have the sun. I think that they didn't feel like they needed to be blocked. The Magician feels like this is almost like a revenge. They felt like you're trying to get something. You're trying to make a statement by blocking them. Cosmic Kitty, speaking of kitties, and Butterfly, thank you for your donation. I appreciate both of you. The Magician says they feel like that they didn't need to be blocked because they weren't really doing anything. It feels like that, they have a little bit of a, there's a weird vibe going on around the entire thing to begin with. Page of Pentacles, they were just trying to communicate. They just wanted to get the communication going. And, at the end of the day, maybe that's not the best thing to do. The Six of Swords, they're going to try to get around it. Mike, they're going to try to get around it. They need to get around it. They're going to try. They're going to give it a shot. That's what they're going to do, my friend. Mike, they're going to try to get around it. Loop around, get on the other side. They're going to make a new account. They're going to try to contact you. They're going to weasel their way around that. Weasel their way around it. So you got to watch out, Mike. You may have to file a police report. I'm not, entertainment purposes only. I mean, I'm not saying. All right, we need some more hours at work. It is Crystal. Crystal's favorite deck is right here. It is right here, my friends. In case you have not seen this one, you'll love it. It is the Modern Witches Tarot. One of my favorites. All right, Modern Witch, you let Crystal know when Crystal is going to get some more hours. Need them hours because that fat paycheck is what needs to happen. The fat paycheck. You got to be patient. Not going to be soon. Two of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. I would say 4.5 months. I'm saying 4.5 months. It feels like it needs to sort of develop. It needs to sort of warm up. It needs to get into that mode. Eight of Cups says you're ready to bail. I mean, you're pretty pissed. You're ready to bail. It feels like, no, that's not going to be the best thing. Eight of Cups, you're ready to bail. Strength says hang in there. It may not be good now. May not be good later. But I'd say in about 4.5 months, it's going to increase. Everything is looking up. I mean, I did have that thing I talked to you about with April. That April April has a bit of a challenge coming up, but with it comes a little more money, a little more stability. Seven of Pentacles, hang in there. It will be a while. And you know what I mean? That's just one of those things. Two of Swords, I don't think a lot of people are getting hours. It's still kind of rough up there. We are sort of having difficulty with that. But yeah, it takes a little bit. It takes a little bit. I mean, at least that's what I'm seeing. Obviously, that's what I'm seeing. CFK, do I get this deck or not? CFK, one card rating if you get the deck or not. We're going with that one. CFK survey says, get it. Look at that. Look at that. The great ending where you have all of this good stuff around you. CFK, you got to get it. You got to get it, CFK. That is going to be the investment that you need. You need that investment. Speaking of investment, this one was really cheap. This was what I like this one quite a bit. I'm just telling you now, I like this quite a bit. Carolina on my mind has a March reading. By the way, if you don't know what this one is, it's a Golden Art Nouveau. It is so freaking pretty. Look how it sheens in the light. Look at that. You know you want this. You know that you want this deck, and it is cheap. It's not like all these stupid Kickstarters that are 70 bucks. There was a new Kickstarter yesterday that was like 80 bucks shipped. It's one deck of cards and it's $80. $80. Man, I am just saying that's a bit above my budget. I'm not saying I'm broke, but that is above my budget. I'm not willing to just put that on the table for one deck. I can get 4 decks for that kind of price. I'm just saying. Carolina, let's get you March. March is going to be a time to reevaluate some stuff that you've been concentrating on. You know what I mean? Triple Moon Goddess, welcome. How you doing? You've been looking at things a bit unusual lately. Carolina, you've been looking at it a bit unusual. I think that you're trying to approach it in a different way. I think that's going to work for March. Really is going to work for March because your approach, how you figure out things, how you look at things, how you are going to sort of get that navigation in is going to be important in March. Not so much in April, but March is going to be one of those keys because we're moving into that next big thing. We got Mr. Romance here. It feels like that there is a possible romance. There is some things happening with love. There is some movement with love as well. And that is going to be sort of critical in March. I'm talking a little late March, early April feels more like it. But I think that we have some love. We have some romance on the horizon as far as that goes. Now, Carolina, you have had your difficulty. I think January was one of those where it just looked wounded. It looked a little iffy. I think January was a little iffy for you in a variety of reasons. You're wounded warrior. You're leaning on it. You're ready to go. I think you're going to be able to survive it because this is one of the big things. Again, I think we're looking at love. We're looking at that love connection. And it feels good. It feels like this is going to be a nice combo, especially for March. Again, I think we're talking like late March or early April. I wouldn't like put all the eggs in the basket as far as March goes, mid-March and whatnot. But I think that's going to be one of the key factors here is to get back into love, get back into those emotions and sort of free yourself up to do that. And again, I think that we're on a stage where you're available to do that. You're ready to do that. And you're sort of going to go in there and get it done. There you go. All right. Who is next? We got quite the queue tonight. We are rocking and rolling. Enlightenment wants to know. March reading as well. Enlightenment, we will get you a March reading just as soon as we figure out who is after you. Who is, oh, that's the Star Tarot. Okay. Why doesn't that appear? Because there's no question? Maybe. Anyway, let's get you a March reading in the queue. There we go. KD, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you so much. All right, let's do a little bit. You know what I want to do? You know what I want to do? You know what I want to do with this? I like this deck. Now, no, not everybody does. I'll say most people do, though. Most people are like, yeah, let's do that. KD, they're ignoring you. It's not good at all, KD. You got to watch that. Not good, even the slightest. Even the slightest. All right. Let's see here. What are we going to do? A little bit of March. A little bit of March on the mind. Sam, welcome. What is going on? Sam came in the right time yesterday. We had the weird readings last night. We had the wild and weird readings last night. I mean, it was kind of fun. Got to admit, it was kind of fun, but Sam came in like, what did I get myself into? You never know. You know, something about a blood sacrifice to God or something. I forgot what it was. Anyway, let's get some March on here. Speaking of sacrifices, we got a couple here. We got the 10 of Swords and the 9 of Swords. I'm telling you, Stacy, looking iffy. March is looking iffy for you. Stacy, I think that something has been dragging out. You need to get rid of it. I think you're forced to get rid of it, like it or not. Like it or not, I think you're having to get rid of this. You don't want to, though. You're hanging on, Stacy. You're hanging on too long. You have to admit, you're hanging on too long. It's time to change. It's time to get rid of that. It's time to sort of move on. We have the termination of the 10 of Swords. That is a cutting card. By the way, discuss this in my book exhaustively. The book is huge. The book never seems to end. It just page after page after page after page. 10 of Swords is that feel. It's time to cut bait. It's time to get that. It's time to do it. I don't think you want to. 9 of Swords, you are concerned about it. What happens if I don't have this? What happens? What happens? What happens? Death says you're going to be involved with it, like it or not. Not going to be something you can dodge this time. It's going to be a wild march a little bit for you. 6 of Wands is the Lord of Victory, though. It's going to be a good transition. It is going to be a good transition, but man, it's rough while you're in there. It's like riding a roller coaster. It's like really wild and you're barely hanging on, but then after you're like, yes, that was awesome. I had a lot of fun. And I think that's what you kind of need. That is what you need. I think it's time to get shaken up a little bit, Stacy. Shaken up. Shaken, not stirred, just like a vodka martini. Cosmic Kitty applying for a new position. Well, I get it, Cosmic. I certainly hope so. I need you to make a lot more money. I want you to be rich, quite frankly, Cosmic Kitty. I want you to be rich. I want you to be throwing down the Benjamins. Just pouring the Benjamins out like you're pouring a vodka martini. All right, you're applying for that new position. See if you're going to get it. See if those Benjamins are going to be falling, because I have a good feeling about this. I'm telling you now, I got a good feelings right here. We got the 10 of Wands, 8 of Cups, Emperor, and the 10 of Swords. That's not a good look. That is not a good look for that. As far as getting a position, getting in there, we got a lot of different things here. It seems that this may not be the right position for you. I mean, it may not be the right position for you. We have the 10 of Wands. That's the encumbrance card. I'm carrying too much. I'm trying to do too much. I'm trying to sort of carry all of that, and I need to sort of cut bait with this at some point. You know what I mean? Abandon it, move past. It's going to be a little disappointing. But the good news is the Emperor is here. It's like you do have the power and the ability to get something better, to move on, to get the next thing, to get to the next stage. I think that's going to be a key component, the Emperor, of that. 10 of Swords says, yeah, you definitely may want to cut this out. So as far as getting this new position, as far as getting that, I'm going to have to go with the thumbs down, a little bit of the thumbs down. We got the 10 of Wands, the encumbrance card. We got the abandonment card in the 8 of Cups, moving on, getting into the next thing. Derek, thank you for your donation. We got the Emperor. It says you have the powers and the ability to do that. The power and the ability to get that done. 10 of Swords, though, says this particular opportunity may not be right for you. Cosmic, I'm sorry. I had such a good feeling too. Had such a great feeling too. You're an Aries. Well, there's your Emperor right there. There is your Emperor right there. I mean, you sort of just embodiment of that Emperor. You know what I mean? How does O feel about the H? Let's do it, Butterfly. You and me, let's hang out. Let's do it. Let's get it done with the Modern Love Tarot. Butterfly, if you have not seen this. If you have not seen this, this is absolutely beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. I love this deck. Love it, love it, love it, love it, and love it. Butterfly. How does O feel about H? Oh my, we don't know. Let's see about that. All right, Derek, thanks again. We got you in the queue, my friend. In the queue, my friend. Get some hearts over here. A little bit of hearts over here for this. How do they feel about each other? And the 9 of Swords, the Star, that 9, that page 1, it's not looking too bad. It's not looking too bad at all. One of the big things here is the Star. The Star grabs your attention. Dream Queen, thank you for your donation. The Star drags your attention down and says, look at me. It literally says, look at me, watch me. I have something important to say. It really does say that. When you're talking about love, when you're talking about the connection, the star is that deep-rooted, that good connection where we feel like we've met before. We feel like things have been going on. Things are getting good. Now, is it an easy streak? Nine of Wands, the Nine of Swords. These two nines are going together. They're saying it's not going to be an easy thing, not going to be a good translation. We have a lot of different things moving around. We have to juggle a lot of different things, particularly in this match. It may not match well. It may be that opposites attract, but we need to do something to get it done. Definitely going to involve some work. Page of Wands, ask the question, what is O willing to do? What is O willing to sacrifice to be into this? Because H may need a little bit of work. At the end of the day, H may need some work, may need some maintenance, may need some upkeep. Is O willing to do that? I think O is on the fence on this. The Page of Wands says they're willing to do a little bit, but not like a ton. You're not like a ton of maintenance is going to go on in order to get that done. But they are willing to do some. I think it is a special connection. I think it is good. The star every single time says that we have something special, something unique, something cool going on. And that's kind of what you need in a question like that. You know what I mean? Oh, speaking of a question like that, is the company ignoring my emails? Let's go, KD. What would KD wants the art? KD, do you want another art, KD? KD likes the art and the Poe. I mean, KD, I know you by now. KD, you're my friend. I know you. You like the art and the Poe. We already used the art for you, so we're now going to use the Poe. You know what I mean? Aroha, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. We got this one right here. We got this one right here. It is going to be there. It is going to be there. All right. I got people spamming my email to buy board games because I did back a couple of them. A couple of them I did back, and you know, they want me back. They want me to return because, oh, that's the way it is. Are they ignoring my emails? This is a great deck for this. Samantha, welcome. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you so much. The Nine of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, and the Page of Wands. Yes, yes, you can see it here. This, okay, Katie, this should answer your question right here. Right here. You see this pavement? You see this pavement? They, KD, they are running away. Here's your emails right here. Emails are coming around the corner. They're rounding the router. They're hitting the inbox, and they are running away from these emails, KD. They are ignoring your emails indeed. Indeed, they are ignoring it. They have the cutting action, the escaping action that you have with that Seven of Swords, that escape, right? You literally escaping with the Seven of Swords. You have that escape that you have going on. Even if it's a magician, you still have it. They're escaping, they're running away. Yes, absolutely. We're going to give a thumbs up. Thumbs up. They are ignoring you. Sunshiny Day, thank you for your donation. I appreciate it so much. All right. Samantha's going to be dating. Samantha's going to get the hot people. All right. Let's see what is next over here in the Tarot Tower. We have been neglecting some of these decks. We have, look at this. Dreams come true. Question below. Dreams come true. Thank you for your donation. What is your question? Is the job going to bring me stability, abundance, appreciation, and progression? Dreams come true. You live up to your name. You live up to your name. You want it all. You don't want a slice of the pie. You want that entire pie and a fork and all to yourself, don't you? You want that whole thing to yourself. You're pretty excited about it. I got to say, dreams. Dreams, you're literally living up to your name. You are. Is it going to be that way? The Six of Cups, High Priestess, Temperance, and the Queen of Wands. You get some of it. Dreams, you get some of it. A little slice of that pie. You didn't get away with the whole pie. You didn't. It's not going to happen. You did get a pretty good chunk, though. You did do that. Six of Cups, you're being handed the pie. They are giving you what you need. They are giving you a bit of that stability, abundance, appreciation, and admiration and whatnot. High Priestess is not everything, though. They're holding back. It is an organization. I don't think the organization is sort of built to make every piece of your life happy, but they do give you what you sort of need out of there. So some of the expectations you have coming in their dreams is going to be fulfilled. I think that they are on target for that. You have the giving, you have the serving tray of jello shots or whatever they are, the serving tray, jello shots, and they are bringing that in. But again, they are reserving quite a bit of it. And that temperance feel says it's okay because you have that balance between the good and working, but you get some appreciation, but you do a little work, stuff like that. Queen of Wands is the CEO. Dreams. You've watched my videos. You've watched that court card video. That's the CEO. It's also in my book. And that is going to be the key because at the end of the day, as long as you get some of it, you don't need the entire pie. Leave some of that pie for other people's dreams, and I think everything will be all right for you. All right. We got so many new people in chat. By the way, all you new people, thank you for being here. I genuinely appreciate you. By the way, if you haven't seen the money trick, all right, we got to do a trick. We got to do a magic trick for all the people that are coming in because I don't have any money. I mean, I went to the bank. All they had was ones. I didn't have any. This is all they had is just ones. Michael Jackson, thank you for your donation. I wanted more, and I told them I want more, and they told me a secret. They told me if you get the money like this and you prep it like that, and you just snap your fingers, it will become $100. I'm like, are you being serious? They said, yeah. They said, all you have to do is just look. You got 20, you got 40, you got 60, you got 80, you got $100. They said you get $100, you just snap and just like that. And that's all you need to do. And then you have all the money that you ever need. That is a magic trick. By the way, Michael Jackson, thank you again for your donation. Who do we got going on next? We got Derek, new career. Do you see me doing good? Derek, let's get it done. Let's get it done for you, my friend, by using the This Might Hurt Tarot. This Might Hurt Tarot is one of my favorites. Everybody does like this. I gotta say, everybody does like This Might Hurt Tarot. One of my favorites. Got to be on my top 20 for sure. We do need to do a stream about the top 10 decks of all time. The king of all of the card decks. We need a stream. Come on, let's get it done. Just get a bunch of us together. Just get a big pool of us together and do the greatest decks of all time. Anyway, Derek, you got a new career. We got that. We want money. We want a little bit of that action. We want some good stuff in there, Derek. And I think that this might be it. You do have the 8 of Swords, Chariot, 10 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. I mean, you do have a little bit of some of that action in there. The big thing here is the Chariot, right? Samantha, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. The big thing here is the Chariot. You're going to move forward. Derek, moving forward is the key here. Are you going to win the lottery? Nah. The Chariot is moving forward, getting those step-by-steps, getting the little steps, getting that action in, getting the experience in is going to be a big factor here because there are some challenges that you are going to meet. There is the 4 of Pentacles. It feels like they're not paying you as much as you need. They're not paying you as much as you deserve, as much as you have earned. I think that you go all out too. You go the extra mile and they're just not reimbursing you like they should. They're holding back with that. And that's part of the restrictions as well with a career. The restrictions are there. You can't sort of express yourself. You can't do some of the things that you need to be doing. But overall, if you keep going, you keep moving, I think some of those restrictions free up. I think some of the people that are holding you back free up. And I think that you're able to sort of blossom and sort of be in the mode and be in that zone to where you're in there and you're doing well. Because being in the zone is the key factor here, especially with that Chariot. You need to have that confidence. You need to have sort of that push, that pull that you need to sort of have with that. That's going to be one of the key factors here. I think that is going to be all right at the end of the day. So yes, you're going to do well. You are going to do well. A little bit, a little bit back and forth there, but it looks okay overall. Question about new job. Dream Queen. Did you have any more elucidation about that? The job going to bring me stability and abundance. Dream Queen, I did that. Dream Queen, did you have another? Let's see, Dream Queen. I did that? I think I did that. What is coming for Santana and me this month? Aroha. Aroha. Let's see about that. Let's see about Santana. One of my favorite bands, by the way. Let's see about Santana by using. Oh, it has been a hot minute since we pulled this out. Since we whipped this out, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. Dream Queen. That was the dreams come true. Oh, yeah, Dream Queen. All right, Dream Queen, we got you next. We got you next, Dream Queen. What's exactly is your question, Dream Queen? Let me know. Those dreams come true. Okay. Let me know, Dream Queen. Let me know what your question is. You copied her question, but it's for Y Pro. So Dream Queen, I don't understand what you need. Do you just want to retype your question? You copied her question. I don't know. I don't understand what you need, Dream Queen. Let me know, Dream Queen. I'll be happy to answer your question. Just let me know what it is. So do you want to just type it again or type a summary or anything like that? And we will get to that next. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right. Georgia, thank you again for a donation. Appreciate that. Got the love department going on. There you go. All right, let's do a little bit of what's coming from Santana and me this month. Do you know Sarkett designed shoes? I did not know that. That's pretty cool. Wow, Diana is the source of information tonight. That's pretty cool. I did not know that. I can't see that dude designing shoes. All right, what's coming for Santana and me this month? It's going to be an interesting month. It is. It feels like there's going to be a little bit of back and forth. I think Santana either has some things happening, some things going on. They have a lot of distractions. They have a lot of things in the mix. You know what I mean? In the mix. All right, Dream Queen, thank you for your question. A lot of things in the mix. Aroha, it feels like. The 10 of Wands, Santana has maybe too much. Santana, I think, maybe bit off more than they can chew. We have the Hanged Man, which thinks that sort of Santana's reevaluating some things, rethinking some things, maybe some new ideas, some new innovations they have sort of happening with that. King of Swords is good as well. It talks about that Santana's taking the reins, taking the driver's seat, and definitely sort of taking the wheel and getting to where they need to be. That sort of feels like where that's going. They haven't been very much in the initiative stages, but I think that they are getting in that this month, definitely. 7 of Cups says you'll have a lot of decisions to make this month as well. Not like 1 or 2 decisions. I think there's a lot of moving parts, a lot of things that you need to get done, and that's going to be a big factor here, especially with the King of Swords. It's time for Santana to step up and do the things Santana needs to do, especially with that Hanged Man. I think they have some unrealistic expectations about how things go, but that's going to be sort of squelched this month as well. So you have a lot of interesting things, a lot of things happening. The big encumbrance sort of hanging on there, a lot of decisions to make. They're sort of taking the lead, taking some of the big things that they've needed to get done. They haven't get done. It's time to definitely do that and to step up and get that going on. All right, Samantha had a question for us. Samantha wanted 2 questions. The first one was, will I be dating someone from the hospital job later this year in November, December? I do remember that you did find love at the hospital. I do remember that. You remember that, Samantha? You do find love at the hospital. So I'm really leaning that direction. And Dream Queen are going to get you after this. Yeah, we do have that direction where you sort of need to feel that, need to get a little feel on that. All right. Let's see. Marissa, thank you for your donation as well. Will you be dating someone at the hospital? I mean, let's go with this. The Page of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, 4 of Wands, and 2 of Wands. I don't think it's going to be immediately. I think you have a big delay between sort of getting in there and doing it, getting in there and finding this person. I don't think they're sort of waiting for you. You know what I mean? I don't think they're just waiting in line, sort of waiting at the entrance and be like, oh, it's Samantha. Let's get this next thing done. I don't really think, it doesn't feel like that. Page of Pentacles, it takes a slow progression. Somebody that you meet early, but again, it's a slow progression as things move forward. Seven of Swords. I think you almost start something and then you kind of bail. You almost start something and then it doesn't really work out. At the end of the day, yes, you do have somebody from the hospital that you are dating. It will be later this year, but you'll meet them, pretty like that. So you'll meet them, but again, it takes slow develops. It's a slow burn. It's like, one of the candles that you light it and it just has a little bitty flame and you're just like, is that thing going to burn or like what's happening in here? Anyway, now it's time for Dream Queen. Dream Queen. We got a lot of dreams in there. All right. I want to know if anyone will bring me stability and all of that, all the other stuff. Okay. You want to know if we'll bring you stability, appreciation, and happiness. Okay, there you go. All right. If the job will bring you all this good stuff. Maggie figured out the donations. Thank you, Maggie, so much. I appreciate you. All right. Let's go with a little bit of Anna Kay. I mean, it is the weekend. Let's do some unusual, fun decks. Get the Anna Kay down and throw her down. Dream Queen. Is the job going to give me everything? Is it going to give me everything? Oh, let's see about that. We'll see how that is going to go for you because we do have the Tower. Dream Queen is going to bring you a lot of interesting things, but a little too much at once. Like drinking out of a fire hose at some point. It feels like, do I really need this much this fast? I don't think that you do. I don't think that you do. We have a little bit of that king action where we wish things would slow down, wish things would just calm down. And again, the drinking from the fire hose doesn't feel like it's beneficial for anybody. It feels like it's too much. You tell them it's too much. It feels like that's not going to be the good thing that you sort of need. The other big thing here is they're really disorganized. They're just completely disorganized. You feel like that they shouldn't be, though. It's not something they need to be that disorganized, not something that benefits anybody. Why are they like that? The Tower says it's just constantly changing. A lot of things happening with that and whatnot. But yeah, it does feel like that. The checker card, indeed. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Anna Kay deck in general is a great deck of cards. I got to say now, Anna Kay is one of my absolute favorites, and she actually responds to emails and stuff. All right, if you're in the queue, by the way, it's massive. It's massive. We got all sorts of stuff over here. And Austin, thank you for your donation as well. Sunshiny Day. Should I bring up my concerns? Will they agree with my request? Sunshiny Day is back at work. That reality check for Sunshiny Day. Well, hopefully Sunshiny Day, things work out because you do have some challenges up there. I'm gonna tell you now, a lot of challenges, a lot of challenges. All right, but let's see. Should I bring? By the way, Super Linares Tarot. Should I bring up my concerns? Will they agree with it? Judgment, the Queen of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. When you bring it up, if you approach it mildly, like, hey, it is a little bit of my idea, I have a suggestion type of thing. I think if you come in strong, it's going to be a little too much. I think you're going to get pushed back by the king. The king is going to push back a little bit. They're going to say, hey, that's not going to be something we want to do. You just came in too strong. But the good thing here is coming in light in the Page of Pentacles. Hey, what about this? What about we start this? What about we go this? And that mild-mannered approach to it is going to be key here. The mild-mannered approach, the relaxed approach to it. Because Judgment says that they're going to pick it up and run with it if you do that. Judgment says that they're going to have the rebirth, the reincarnation, where they say, hey, that's not a bad idea at all. Not a bad idea at all. Queen of Swords. There are going to be a couple of people that don't agree with it, Sunshiny Day. That's with everything, though. Couple of people that don't agree with it, move them aside and keep going. I think that they will. I think that they will indeed. Going to give this a thumbs up that they will agree with it. But again, you got to come in mild. You got to come in easy and sort of, make it, hey, let me do a little bit of a suggestion here. And that is going to work out for you by far. No doubts about it at all. Anyway, got you the thumbs up. Michael Jackson. Energy. If I move to 45th Avenue. Oh, let's see about that. We get a little bit of that 45th Avenue energy. I don't think that'd be too bad. I mean, we're going to use, by the way, this is the Spacious Tarot. It's one of my favorites. It is quite unique. That is for sure. What is the energy here? First off, you're going to have some big disagreements with somebody over there. You know what I mean? Aroha, thank you for your donation. You're going to have some big disagreements is what you're going to have. The devil, a lot of disagreements. You're going to have a lot of grief, a lot of strife with some of the people there. The journey that you're taking is not stable. You're trying to walk on the sword or the stick. And by the time you get to the end, by the time you get to 45th Avenue, you are going to be 7 of Swords. You're going to be thinking about leaving almost immediately. A lot of sort of lack of enthusiasm, a lot of difficulty. There's some drama. There's some things there that you don't want to deal with. Again, with that devil, there's some things there that you don't really want to deal with. I would encourage you not to go. I would say it's a thumbs down. I would say that this is a thumbs down. By far, it is a thumbs down. Doesn't look like a good move. It looks like that stability there. As you walk across there, you're just going to fall. You're going to fall. You're going to end up leaving the 7 of Swords, sneaking out. And the devil, there's some people over there that you really don't want to deal with at all. Not at all. Not even a little bit. All right. Who do we got going next? We got Samantha. Is the Virgo still mad at me? Samantha, I never was mad at you. I was never mad at you. And I am a Virgo. So I'm just saying now, they were not mad at you. Let's do it. Let's do it. See if they are. Page of Coins, Sun, and the 8 of Cups. They need to leave. They need to leave. They need to abandon it. So everybody was mad at everybody else. You did have this big disconnect. You had the Page of Coins where it felt like the stability wasn't there, the communication wasn't there, that hookup just wasn't there. And it feels like it needs to be in a lot of different ways. A lot of times you're just like, I'm not really sure how to approach that. And that insecurity, that doubt, all of that stuff that happens, a little bit of Mercury retrograde in the communication as well. I think it's going to burn off. That sun is going to burn off all the fog. And I think the sun is going to light up the entire reading, especially with that 8 of Cups. You know, it's good to abandon things. It's good to let things go and to leave it and to just dump it. Don't let these things sit here and dwell over it and just be all over it. You can leave it. You can exit. I think that's what the Virgo is going to do. I don't think they're going to be mad at you. I'm going to say a thumbs up. They're not going to be mad at you for much longer. Looking good, looking like something that they can progress, get through, and not going to be a big deal at all, Samantha. I say that it is a thumbs up for you. All right, a little manga tarot now. Look at this manga tarot. Georgia on my mind. What is next in the love department? Let's get it done. Georgia, let's you and me. Let's get it done in the love department. Okay, well, not like that. Not like that. Okay, not like that. But Georgia, the next in the love department is an earth sign. This is an earth sign that you've never seen before. You don't really feel too connected to them, but they have that something. There's something about them. There's that little spark about them. And you want to know more. And you're just drawn in. You're just drawn in. You know what I mean? Samantha, yes, I do use that deck. And Samantha, I have 2 books that she teaches how to draw that deck too. I should do reviews on those. You're just drawn in. That 7 of Pentacles. It's like you haven't finished an interaction with them. So they'll have an interaction with you. It feels like it should keep going, but it doesn't keep going. Something's up. Something is up with that. And the 8 of Swords says you can't really figure that out. Again, earth sign, something's up that you can't really figure that out. Knight of Wands says, keep going with it. Don't be discouraged. Georgia, don't be discouraged by it. And I think you are going to be discouraged because there's such a mystery. There's such an unknown throughout the entire thing. You don't really know what's happening. Ace of Cups says that emotional connection's there. That emotional key, that emotional tie is there. You just got to relax. That's the big thing here. You got to relax and let it progress. If you try to hurry it, not going to work out. If you try to just stifle it down and make it stop, not really going to be the best in your interest. Overall, just let it ride. Let it ride and let the journey be the destination. Marissa, what does Leo think about our future together? By the way, we are ending soon. All right, we got a few more readings to go, and then we're going to bail and go take a shower and eat a banana. Marissa, what does a Leo think about our future together? Hopefully you like it. Hopefully you like it. I'm going with the tarot of the Dr. Mystical Moments. The Dr. Mystical Moments. Kunal, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. I mean, we got to get it on. We got to get the tarot of the Dr. Mystical Moments. What does that Leo think about our love? About our love? Well, somebody's poking him right in the eye. The King of Swords. What does he think? He thinks it's okay. He thinks it's pretty good as far as the future goes. Now, here's how the future is going to go. There's going to be a time where it feels like you're not making forward progress. You're stuck. You're stalled. Things aren't working out. Things aren't the best. Things aren't where you need them to be. And you feel that sometimes. You feel that a lot sometimes. That Page of Pentacles. I do want to move forward. I do want to get to that next stage. But it just feels like that I can't do it. It's stalled. It's not moving. We are stuck. We ran out of gas. The car has run out of gas. The King of Swords. I think that Leo wants to pick it up and move it forward themselves. That doesn't work. It needs to be a group effort. They think that if they just drag it along, if they push it, if they shove it, may not be what they want to do. Just as such, you need to have both parties involved. You need to have a fine balance between both parties. And that is going to be one of the key factors here. Because if you don't, it's just not going to be something that you want to deal with at the end. By the way, this is the tarot of the mystical moments. There you go. There you go. All right. All right. Four of Cups as well. You got to put up with each other. Marissa, you got to put up with each other at the end of the day. I mean, that's kind of obvious. But again, trying to force it just never works. And I think that's one of those where it stalls and doesn't move forward as likely as you have all this other stuff. But yeah, the tarot of the mystical moments, by the way. All right. Maggie. Favorite tarot reading question will be successful and start their own YouTube. Should I start a YouTube channel? Maggie, I think everybody should start a YouTube channel, quite frankly. We're going to go with the Thoth to read you, though. If you're going to start a YouTube channel, I mean, you got to get the Thoth out. You know what I mean? Ultraviolet, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Good to see you. All right. You know, if you get it going on, then that is going to be the key. Starting a YouTube channel. Oh my, we're starting strong. If you start it, you got to do something a little bit twice a week. I would say 2 times a week. If you're going to do it 2 times a week. That's going to be your sweet spot. Every day is too much. Once a week is too little. 2 times a week is going to be your sweet spot to start out with. You're going to have fun. You're going to have fun because it allows you to be creative. It allows you to expand and to be who you want to be who you are. It's like a performance for you. It is like a performance for you because now we can use Maggie's creativity. If Maggie wants to do this style, Maggie can do that style. I mean, I do ridiculously silly things on my channel all the time. Maggie, go back to my channel, watch these videos. I do crazy, ridiculous things all the time. And it's uncontrollable sometimes. A lot of people are just like, what are you doing? Like, look at my latest video of a 4K flip through of a tarot deck. And it's really funny. I tried to be funny. I thought it was cute. You can do your own personality, and that's going to be so fun for you, so entertaining for you. Now, you do run out of content, so you can go to other people's channel. You can do pick a card. You can do forecast readings. You can do free tarot readings. You can do a lot of different things. You can do a lot of different things in there. Use your creativity and come up with stuff that nobody has ever seen before. And when you do that, You're now unique, and I think it's going to be a key factor for you. But Maggie, that is going to be a thumbs up. You absolutely positively should do that. I think you're going to have so much fun. You're going to have so much fun. If you don't be boring, use your creativity, let your personality shine, Maggie. Let that unique personality of yours shine through, and everybody will want to watch. Everybody's like, I've never seen anybody like this before, because they didn't. Anyway, all right. Will my energy be at full strength? Austin, I certainly hope so. I certainly hope so, my friend. Let's get you a good energy deck. I think this one is a good energy deck. This is such a fantastic deck. I mean, I got to say, I really, really enjoy this one. I do. Elemental Wisdom Tarot. It's expensive. Before you all bitch about how expensive this is, go look at Kickstarter and these $80 tarot decks out there. $80? Are you serious? I like your deck. I don't like it to the tune of $80. It makes these look cheap. It makes these look like a steal. It does. This is free shipping with $60. I'm telling you now. I'm not saying it's cheap. I'm saying Kickstarter is a bad place to be if you're not willing to sort of, do that. You may want to do the money trick. You may want to do the money trick to where you turn ones into 20s, because that's the only way you're going to afford half these Kickstarters. Then they're ridiculous. Anyway, Austin, hope your energy's back. You got 2 kings, you got another king, and you got a 4. Austin, that says yes. That's a thumbs up already. That is a thumbs up already. Maggie, you're quite welcome. Thank you so much for being here. King, king, king. You saw me randomly pick the cards. King, king, king. Yes, you'll be at full strength. You have the coins, swords, wands. We're missing the cups. We're missing the cups. Your energy will be there, but your passion won't. Your energy will be there, but your passion won't. We're missing the cups. I think that's okay. Your passion needs to sort of grow and develop. I don't think it's something that just magically comes back. You got to go through, fake it till you make it. You go through the steps. You go through your day-to-day routines, and you just get it done. And that energy is there. You get excited about it. You find it fun. You find it entertaining. You get that positive feedback from your great audience. And that is one of the key factors here. That's what keeps you going. Again, the passion needs to be developed. We're missing the cups. The passion needs to be developed. And it will be. It will be. That 4 of coins, hang on to what you have. Hang on. Concentrate. Make good, thoughtful, thick content. Not thin content, quick content. Make thick, good, thoughtful content. And people will just arrive there. People will want to come. They want to see it. They want to see that action. They want to see Austin at his prime. And that is going to be you. Because again, these kings, you saw me pick the cards randomly. 3 freaking kings. That means you are in command. You are in command next week. You're going to get it done. Passion is not there, though. But I think that you can work without that. Fake it till you make it. Get that on the other side. And that is going to be your key. My friend Austin, you got it made. Aroha, will I be in a relationship within the next 3 months? Aroha, let's get it done. Let's get it done. Oh, we have my deck here. We have my deck here. We have 2 copies. By the way, if you don't have this, by the way, if you don't have my deck, this is the prototype deck that I made from the company. It has bigger cards. All the borders are there. It's not trimmed. This is untrimmed, straight from the factory. So if you like my deck, I do have this extra bonus one. I might put it up on there. I might put it up on Etsy for cheap, and you can get the prototype deck, because that is pretty cool. It is very prototype, but it is magnificent. I cut it myself because they give you a sheet. Triple Moon Goddess. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Is the thought borderless or trimmed? It is trimmed. It does not come borderless. It is trimmed. Now, I do have a video that shows me trimming the deck. I mean, I literally shows me trimming the deck. All right. Let's see. Aroha, thank you for your other donation. We're doing your other donation. We're doing your first donation now. Will you be in love? Will you be in a relationship? Mwah. Yes. Ace of Pentacles says a little bit of a newbie, a little bit of a puppy love thing. I think that you're going to be in there. I think that, yes, you will be in there. Seven of Pentacles, you really got to work to keep that thing going. It is an air sign. It really is an air sign. They deserve the name air sign. Seven of Pentacles, you got to work to keep their attention. You got to work to keep this going. It's like that they're working against you the entire time. A couple of Queens, it feels like you're doing all the work. You're doing all the effort. And it really feels like something is just a massive waste of your time at the end of the day. A massive waste of your time at the end of the day. But I think if you just sort of approach it, gingerly approach it well, I think that you'll have a nice relationship. You have a positive relationship as it goes, and that is going to be something that you can have power. You can have empowerment in there because this is about empowerment. It is about empowerment, your empowerment, and making the relationship what you want, because I think that's one of the main factors here is a lot of the love that you're sort of sneaking into is not what you want. It's not what you need. I think this air sign, it's not going to be a permanent, a big thing, but it's going to be something that you can enjoy for a little while. All right. Kunal wants to know, will the next business adventure be successful? Kunal, let's find out. Let's find out with a Wonderland, the tarot in Wonderland. You know what I mean? The tarot in Wonderland is where it is at. All right. Oh, let's see. I mean, is it going to be successful? Kunal. I don't know. Somebody's working against you, Kunal. Somebody's working against you. They're not on your best interest. The next business adventure, the next business thing will not be successful. I'm going to say thumbs down. And here's why. Here's why. The King of Cups says that you feel like that you need somebody with you. You feel like you need help. You feel like you need some assistance. Somebody comes along that says, hey, I'm going to help you. I'm going to assist you. And you're like, this sounds fantastic. I want to get in on this deal. Unfortunately, they're dragging you in the wrong direction. They have very strong opinions, Kunal, about everything. Very strong opinions. They want you to do it this way, that way, this other way. They want it done the way they want it done, even though they're the newbie. Even though they're newbie in the room. You might want me to buy your deck. Well, Triple Moon, email me. I appreciate it. All right. I mean, the Three of Swords says you end up getting rid of this person anyway. My advice, Kunal, is to don't get involved in the first place. If you see somebody with strong opinions, if you see somebody that's going to sort of drag you down, and you can sort of sense that, then avoid that person, because the Magician says you have the skills, you have the need, you have the skills to pay the bills, you already have an idea, you have a good, successful business practice in your mind. It's going to be good. It's going to be successful. It is going to go well. The Magician says that you make it well. Just watch out for the other people, because the other people, even though they think they have your best interest in mind, their strong opinions drag you in the wrong direction and drag the entire project into the dirt, to where you have to pick it up and shovel your way out. It's not going to be there. It's not going to be good for you. Is the Thoth borderless or trimmed? High Priest, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Rita, thank you for your donation as well. Let's see about this here going. Let's see about this. High Priest, my app misses your donations. I'm not even sure why. This is so weird. High Priest, let me know what your question is. I appreciate you. Yeah, Triple Moon, email me. So is the Thoth trimmed? Okay, yeah. Let me tell you what I do. I get a pair of scissors and I'll just trim it like this. So you trim 4 corners, and then you get a corner trimmer. I use, I think, a 20 millimeter, 25 millimeter corner trimmer, whatever's on Amazon for corner trimmers, like $5. You go snip, 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 snip. The first question you are going to ask, everybody in chat is going to ask, is How do you get it right? Because obviously cutting it with scissors is not a precise thing. You just do it slow and you just do it as good as you can. It's not going to be super smooth edges. This is very raggedy on the edge, but it's good enough. It's good enough. It's not where it's unmanageable. So yeah, I mean, it's not all perfect, but you just get scissors and you just get it done. And you will have a beautiful, stunning deck of cards. Everybody asks about that. Every single person asks about that. All right. Well, Satana and I stay connected to each other this month, or we disconnect. And will he disconnect? Okay. Are they going to be around, or are they not going to be around? And that's basically it. Let's go with the Heaven and Earth Tarot. That's going to be a good one for this one, I think. Heaven and Earth Tarot. I know. Go ahead and tell me again that you need to trim the border off that, you know? Say, Mr. Fat Tarot Man, you need to trim the border off that Heaven and Earth Tarot graphic while you're trimming the borders. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You need to do that. And I'm aware of it, but I am the laziest dude you have ever met in your entire life. That is it. All right. We going to stay connected? The moon is interesting here. The queen and I'm going to go with a no. I'm going to go with a no. There's a big, heavy-handed disconnect coming. Aroha, a big, heavy-handed disconnect coming. You're starting out with the High Priestess. There's some stuff going on in Santana's life that you may not be aware of. The moon, it feels like days turn into months, months turn into years. It feels like things are really dragging. Things are really dragging where they don't need to be. At some point, the king and the queen separate. The king and the queen separate. There is a big moment of disconnect. I mean, the fire that's involved over here is substantial. A big disconnect. Okay, Aroha, I don't think it's like that. I don't think it's instant. I think it gradually builds, and all of a sudden it's like, woof, here it comes. And you see it, you feel it. That is a disconnect. That is a big disconnect. Is it terminal? No. Is it terminal? No. But you do need to get into recovery mode, and you do need to take some action. Because if you let that disconnect grow, if you let that just sort of be separate, be sort of in there, then that is not going to be good for you at all. Anyway, High Priest, She-Wolf. Will my oils that I made for work be a success? Let's get some oil action. Get some oily action up in chat. A little oily action going. Got 1, 2, and 3. Will they be a success? 3 of Pentacles says not an instant success, but they will be moderately good. We have the Dreamkeeper Tarot. They will be moderately good. And what does that mean? That means the 7 of Cups says that you need to market to the right people. 7 of Cups says the oils are there, but you need more variety. Maybe you need more of a selection. Page of Wands, keep working at it. I think it's going to be good. But the 3 of Pentacles says it is a slow move. It is a slow development. It sort of creeps in very slowly, but progressively it does get there. So yes, it is. Yes, it will be a success. Is it an overnight dump of money? No. You need to market, you need to get it done, and you need to have more variety. The 7 of Cups, that big variety. The more variety of oils and more selection, the more people feel like they have a good selection, that's going to be key for you. Because if I want lavender, then I want lavender. That's my favorite. If you don't have that, I'm going to keep going, So if you want an impulse buy, the biggest component is to have that selection. And I think that you can get that done. And I think that the amount that you're sort of presenting is going to be good, and people are going to be interested, because I love oils. I don't know anybody that doesn't like oils. Nobody's like, ew, oils. Nobody is like, ew, oils. 0 people are like, ew, oils. Okay? So I'm telling you now. Rita wants to know with a little bit. By the way, last reading of the night. Thank you so much for being here. I'm here every night, by the way. Every single night, I am here for the rest of your life. Even when I'm gone, I'm going to write an artificial intelligence bot that will take over my readings. And this is, it'll be 20, 30 years from now when I'm finally gone. That artificial intelligence bot is going to do everything that I do, but better. And it will still be here for your children, your grandchildren. And I am going to have it read tarot. I'm going to teach it my system. I'm going to have it read tarot just like I do. Love life for 3 months. 5 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, Emperor, and the 9 of Wands. Rita, I think that you have a mix of good and bad, a little mix of good and bad. Triple Moon Goddess, thank you for your donation. Mostly bad up front, Lita. Mostly bad up front. It feels like the next few weeks is just dry. It's just dry. Not a lot of things are getting done. The 5 Swords, Lord of Defeat. You're not getting things done. Things aren't moving. Things are stalled. Things are sort of, it's like the car ran out of gas. The car just ran out of gas. 7 of Pentacles says you need to get more gas in it. Basically, to get out there and to talk to people, to flirt, to find fun stuff, to go to some places. I think that COVID's going to be relaxed. You're going to be able to get out. 7 of Pentacles says put in the investment, put in the work, and talk to people, get people going. Because the Emperor says a lot of this is in your hands. Again, we're starting out rough. But so much of this is in your hands. If you get it moving, if you get it going, that is going to be one of the key factors, especially with the 9 of Wands. Is it going to be successful every time? No, it's not. But if you persist, if you keep working on it, if you keep going, go out, flirt, talk to people, do all of that stuff, that's going to be one of your key components there as far as the love life, especially in the next 3 months. Going to start out rough. You're going to have some non-successes. You're going to have a couple of speed bumps, a couple of failures, but I think overall you're going to be okay. Triple Moon Goddess, will my shark away safety device make me rich? Maybe it might make you rich, but we want to find out. We're running out of tarot decks. We've had so many readings, we're actually running out of tarot decks to use. So last reading of the night, by the way, we are going to use this one. This is the Gentle Tarot, by the way. I freaking just love this deck. Really do. I think it is gentle indeed. I like it. I like it. Will it make me rich? The Harvest of Stones. The 9 of Stones. Oh my. The High Priestess and the Root of Thunder. It definitely will get you some money on the side. You got to stick with it, but you do have money on the side. We have 2 good Pentacle cards in here. I think that the Pentacle cards are going to hold it up. You're going to have a surge of money, and you are going to get a little bit of money from here, especially with the 9 of Stones. The 9 of Pentacles says you will get a little money. You will get a little of that action. Very, very important here. With the High Priestess, you need to keep up with the market. It's not going to be one thing that you install and you never change it. You got to alter it. You got to move it. You got to keep up with the demands, keep up with the market. And that is going to be one of the big things as far as that goes. So as long as you keep up, as long as you're able to be malleable a little bit, be adjustable, you are going to make some money. Will it make you rich? Yeah, it's kind of iffy. Will it make you some money? Absolutely. Anyway, yeah, Triple Moon, email me. We'll work out the deal there. Thank you for being here. We will see you tomorrow.
Another broken plate, another called off date. We never seem to get it right. Another heart attack. Words that we can't take back. We are the reason opposites attract. Once you slam the door on the second floor, I regret it all.